here to make a response video to surgery, why is it so hard, or what's so hard about weight loss surgery, or something like that. I first saw it on Janie's site, Miss Janie here, and then I think Fab did a response, FabED or FabED, or how do you say your name? And then Virginia, she gave a response, and so I think even Allison may have made a comment about it. So here's my 2 cents. I think, well, I love those ladies, and I respect their opinion and their encouragement and their comments, and their points are all valid. But for me, so far, 2.5 months, granted they're out further than me, so maybe they have a different perspective. But for me, it hasn't really been hard. It's just been different. And it's different in a way that I can appreciate, because everything I did before was wrong. Why would I want to continue doing that? I never took vitamins regularly. Now I do. I never considered what I put in my mouth. Now I do. I never watched my portions. Now I do. So I don't know. It hasn't been hard. It's just been different. I've set up myself a routine that works great for me, and I guess it's kind of like when I was morbidly obese, and I'm happy to say I'm not in that category anymore. I'm still overweight, but I'm not morbidly obese. That was hard. That was the hardest point in my life, and I did it for so many years. And now I realize that if I always do what I always did, I'll always get what I always got. So I had to make a change. And these changes they require dedication and commitment and focus sometimes, but to me that's not a hard thing. I mean, maybe that was the wrong word. Maybe they just meant what makes it different, or why is it not just easy and the pounds don't just melt off. I think their point really was, and I don't mean to speak for them, but I think their point really was, don't think you're going to go and get this surgery and it's the magic bullet and you are going to be thin and not have to work at it and not have to think about it. It's just going to melt off. That, I think, was probably the gist of the whole video or comments. But as far as the things you have to do to succeed after this surgery, they're just different. They're things that your average morbidly obese fat person just doesn't normally do. Take care of themselves. I'm ready for that. I'm ready for those changes. I don't have a problem with trying to remember to take my vitamins. I've planned it out so that I take 4 calciums a day, and they go with breakfast, lunch, dinner, and bedtime. I take 2 multivitamins a day. They go with my 2 protein shakes that come between the breakfast and the lunch and dinner, or sometimes before the breakfast. I take the sublingual vitamin B12 when I wake up in the morning. So all these things are things that I do every day. So I know when I'm doing them, there's something else I'm supposed to be doing, so I don't forget. I put everything out the night before. All my vitamins are in a little dish, so I know if I overlooked something for some reason, there it is, and it's a reminder. Eating out, I have no problem with that. I don't care if people are watching what I eat. It's usually they are feeling more self-conscious than I am, because they're pigging out and I'm not. I'm losing weight, so clearly I'm doing something right. I also didn't hide my surgery from anybody. I don't wear an advertising t-shirt that says I had gastric bypass surgery, but I don't hide it because it's been a lifesaver for me, and people need to know about it. They need to understand it better. So yeah, if they ask, I tell them. Let's face it, let's be honest here. I know a lot of people who have been morbidly obese, and they lost a lot of weight. And whether they did it on their own at the gym, blood, sweat, and tears, or whether they had surgery, most everybody naturally assumes they had surgery. Because statistically, when you are 100+ pounds overweight, the chances of taking it off by yourself and keeping it off forever is slim. It's not impossible. There are many people that have done it, and hopefully if you're trying to do it, you'll be one of them too. But it's difficult. And so, you know, I could have told everybody I did Weight Watchers and sweated off at the gym, and I don't think they'd believe me even if that was the truth. So I don't care if they know or not. Maybe it has something to do with my age. I don't know. I just don't care. I'm doing what I have to do for me. And so if I go to a restaurant and my friends are watching what I eat, let them. I don't care. If I share a meal with my husband and they notice, whatever. A lot of times I'll just order an appetizer and push it around on the plate. I didn't drink much before surgery, so after surgery it's not a big deal if I don't order a cocktail. Maybe that part's not hard for me for that reason. I don't know, but I don't know, other things. Socializing, so I said, it's not hard for me. Eating out's not hard for me. Taking the vitamins is not hard for me. Watching what I put in my mouth, it's not hard for me. These are healthier choices. I certainly understand their points, and they're all valid. And you do have to focus. You do have to be committed. You can't be who you were before, because who you were before was what got you where you were. And I don't think you want that. So if you've made the decision to have this surgery, you need to know it comes with serious changes. And you have to just embrace those changes. Taking vitamins is a great thing. Making healthy choices and focusing on protein, that's a good thing. Exercising. Hey, I don't have an exercise gene in my body, but I'm doing it. I'm getting out in there and walking. I'm not doing it as much as I should, and I continue to try harder. I've got my pedometer on now, by the way, Virginia and everybody. So yeah, I'm going to the gym and I'm enjoying it now. I mean, to look down on the bicycle and see smaller legs, oh my gosh, it nearly freaked me out the other day. So yeah, it hasn't been hard for me. Mindfully chewing slowly and chewing well and swallowing slowly and sipping my drinks, that's something different, but it's not hard, it's just different. So, I don't know, that's just my 2 cents. I just wanted to throw that in. And I guess it's, you know, it's a matter of perspective. It's a matter of, I don't know, like, you know, when you're morbidly obese and you start to lose the weight and you start to get used to the new you, then little things in the present bother you that in the past would have been wonderful. I don't know if that makes sense. But like, for example, I tried on a pair of pants in the store the other day and I was beating myself up over the fact that they didn't fit, because the week before I bought a pair in that same size and they did fit. They were 16s, for heaven's sakes. Why am I beating myself up over that? Obviously manufacturers and labels make things in different ways and different sizes and what have you. And so I was wearing a 24. Why would I beat myself up over the fact that these are now tight, or they may not fit for another 10 pounds? I mean, I had to check myself and realize, hey, wait, remember where you came from. So I don't know, I just wanted to add that little bit and say, yes, I think their points are great and they're valid and they're so right about all those things. You just can't jump out of bed in the morning and run out of the house and grab a donut on the way to work. But why would you want to do that anymore? Anyway, that's my 2 cents. Bye.